Welcome back to Try Your Hand. I'm Brenda, and today I'm going to show you how to make a candle and a wax melt. Let's get started on the supplies. If you signed up, you should have received a kit that has most of the supplies. We will go through them here so that those who don't have a kit from the library can also do this project. You will have 1 cup of soy wax, a container to melt your wax in, you'll have to find one of your own, a wick as well as a foam sticker, a wick holder. I have this metal one. Some of you will have a popsicle stick with a hole in it, and others will have 2 popsicle sticks. This is to prop up the wick while the wax hardens. A glass container, we gave you a wee jar, a scent oil, some wax dye, a silicone mold, as well as a method to heat water. So the first thing that I did was to heat some water. You can use your stove. I decided to use my electric kettle. So I just waited for it to boil. As I waited for my water to boil, I measured out my 1 cup of wax and put it in my wax melting container. Yours should already be measured out, so you don't have to do that. Now that my water is boiling, I poured my water into a different container. If you are using your stove, you can just lower the heat. So once you've poured your water, you want to put in your container of wax. And once it's in the hot water, you want to continue stirring the wax until all the wax is melted. If you are on your stove, you don't want the bottom of your wax container to be touching like the bottom of whatever pan you're heating the water in. Once the wax is melted, you can pour in your scent. I put in about 20 drops of scent. You can do more or less. I also put in the color in the wax as well, and I was mixing as I was pouring that in. I put in a little bit of black and green to get a darker green, and then I just mixed them until they were well combined and all melted together. You do not need to take your wax container out of your water at this time. I just did it for the ease of showing all of you what I'm doing. Now you need to prep your glass jar. In order to do that, you take your wick and then you take the little foam sticker that we have in your kit for you. That sticker is double-sided. You take one of the little plastic peels off and put it on the bottom of your wick. Then what you want to do is take the other plastic thing off the other side of the sticker and put that in the center of your glass jar right at the bottom there. After that, you want to make sure that your wick is nice and centered. So you'll use your popsicle sticks or a clip or anything really just to make sure that the wick stays in the middle where it's supposed to be. Once that's set, you can then start to pour your wax into your jar. You don't want it filled to the very top. What you want is to leave about maybe like a centimeter or like an inch or something like that off from the rim of the jar. And then when you're done with that, you can start pouring your wax into the mold that we gave you. You can like remelt this wax too, so if you have some left over and you want to make another mold, you can do so. So right after pouring your molds and candles, this is what that should look like. You need to wait for them to cool off and harden. The wax molds do that quickly compared to the candle. The candle you should leave overnight until it is completely cooled off and hard. So this is the next day. All of my candle has now cooled off, and so have my wax, my little molds. In order to demold your wax melt, you have to be very careful. I know that these ones that I'm showing here are different than the ones that we gave you, but with the little sea turtle, you do have to be careful with its legs, or else they will break off. So what you have to do is kind of stretch out the silicone on the legs so that it doesn't like break off the leg. So as you can see, I'm kind of stretching the mold and then taking it out. So for your candle, what you want to do is to trim the wick. You want to trim that to be shorter than you think. If you can see there, I'm showing you just how short I cut mine. And that seemed to be like a good length. In the past, I've done candles with a slightly longer wick and it didn't work out. And now your candle is ready to burn. I hope you guys had a good time with this project. I know that I sure did. If you want, you can take pictures of your candles and your wax melts and share them on Facebook or Instagram with us. All of the links will be down in the description. If you are interested, we are doing block printing for next month's Try Your Hand. So if you're interested in that, you can sign up on our calendar. All right, see you later. Bye.